Oh, it's been a minute, babes. I'm gonna turn off the overhead light. Yeah. Yes, queen. I'm home. I went on a 10-day vacation and I was supposed to film while I was gone and I didn't. But I had a great time. And I did do my makeup twice. I looked phenomenal on my trip. My desk isn't fully reset up yet, so sheesh. My hair is very big. I'm gonna, get back into me, and then we will, I'll discuss a little bit of my trip. Ooh. This was the week of the 26th of July to the 5th of August. 'Cause I know this won't come out until like October or whatever, but like I picked my flight like at the beginning of July, maybe like the end of June. So like we'd have enough time to like plan it and like everything be fine. So of course everything, well not everything, but of course like the things that of course I can't control that stress me out the most go wrong. I got a flight in the afternoon, so that'd be easy for my parents to take me to the flight I was going to visit. My bros being dudes, my long-term partner in Virginia, and what I was supposed to be doing, which totally tracks, is go from JX to Charlotte to Norfolk. Totally fine, totally makes sense, tracks. I get to my flight early, like 2 hours early, because they told me so. I had to go, I go through TSA. TSA agent groped my hair bun. I think I had my hair like this, and then it was in a French braid in the back instead of this big mound. But she just straight up was like, clear, and I was like, don't love that, don't love that, don't touch me like that, mama. So I get through TSA and I'm like, it was like raining, but still I'm like checking my texts from the airline's like, hey cool cats and kittens, your flight has been moved from 7:15 to 7:30, 7:45, 8:05, and I'm just sitting there like I had already gotten my coffee because I wanted coffee on my flight, and I'm just like sitting there waiting, and suddenly it's canceled. Everyone's in a line. I really probably caused like, not like an intentional international incident, but like I totally left my large duffel bag just unaccompanied. Just, I didn't want to carry it. It was heavy, and I didn't have anything that like if someone stole it, I'd be like heartbroken. So I was like, well, I don't want to have to carry this while I go to Starbucks, so I just like left it. Now looking back, I'm like, girl, that was so dumb. Like, you're lucky TSA didn't approach you. So I'm like calling my partner, being like, hey, I know you're supposed to pick me up at midnight, but that's not happening, babes. they're like, they rescheduled my, they're like, they've put me on a different flight, but it's at like 7 o'clock in the morning. And that's like a no-go. Like, at all. Like, absolutely not. And honestly, I flew out coming back here at 7 o'clock in the morning. Not doing that. Not doing that. I'm coming back in the afternoons only. So I get up to the gate, and this very stern Jamaican woman is working the desk, and is so firm, but is so efficient. I was just like, hey, y'all gave me, I'm flight blah, 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 and y'all, like, they gave me a new flight at 7 o'clock in the morning. I was wondering if there's anything like a little later, you know. It's a little too early for my family. She's like, it's gonna be tight, but I'm gonna get you on this 9 a.m. So I go home and I watch The Bachelor. If you don't follow my media channel where I discuss The Bachelor, I have a video that may or may not be out by the time this comes out, where I talk about The Bachelor. I have a video that may or may not be out where I talk about a book series, a middle grade book series about rich teen girls that I'm just like blazing through. You can check that out, link in the bio. I'm probably gonna throw it up in the card, cause it's whatever. So I go home. I watch the Men Tell All. It's a little stupid, it's fine. And I'm like trying to soothe myself back into sleep because I have somewhere to be, and my room is like all packed up, and I'm just like, I don't like changes of plans. I'm a very firm, rigid person. I don't like changes to plans. So I'm like texting my partner being like, you gotta be able to like pick me up, whatever. My friends and like besties change the itinerary. I'm still in Camden right now. And I will be for the night. This was my favorite palette to like travel with. This was great. I also took Big Poppy, and I did like a really cute like smoky eye with this, but the look we're gonna do is my fancy date night look. Not drag show look. Drag show look was cute though. I'll put a photo of it right here, and you can let me know if you want me to recreate it. So flight 1, I'm at the very back of the plane. Sucks ass.
Maggie, can I go to Ancestry?
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Absolutely sucks. I'm window seat. That's the thing. Is like American Airlines lets you pick where you sit, and that should mean you get to pick where you sit. But no, it means nothing when your flight gets canceled. It essentially amounts to you get to pick your seat until someone with more seniority essentially comes up to the desk and says, hey, can you help me? So I'm supposed to be in like, I think for the most part the lowest I was supposed to be back was like 22. No. I'm all the way in the back. But I'm window, so it's cool. Sitting there like, you know, touristing. I didn't even say where my flight was now going to go. Instead of my flight going to Charlotte, you know, B, and then B to C, I'm going all the way up to DCA, which is in the heart of DC. I've actually flown into there before for Hua Tuong. It was great. It was a lovely experience. the airport drops directly into the train station. So if you want to go places, you can go. And now I'm going essentially from A to D to C. Weird choice. So, you know, I'm just lucky I've got my 9 a.m. I got there early. My brother's there, yay! My god brother was similarly flying out, so I just got to sit and talk shit and people watch, which was very soothing. Like, I drink coffee at home to save money because I already used part of my coffee budget for a flight that never was, and I was really glad to just be able to sit and talk shit. So I'm sitting window again. We returned back to where I want to be. I'm sitting window, next to this young white dude. Like, it's like, I don't know how familiar any of y'all are with Florida men, but they got a look to them. They are the most Chetley, Bradley, Kyle looking men God ever done put onto this earth. He's wearing golf shorts. It's so loud. But good for me, he's super duper quiet, so I don't have to deal with that at all. At all, ladies and gentlemen, at all. No. So, I'm just like sitting there reading, taking photos out the plane, because I took photos, I took video, maybe I'll put it here. I took videos from my seat, from like little angles, to look at, to take photos from, because it was like cloudy, but they were like, it wasn't like storm clouds anymore, so they were like big fluffy white clouds. It was so nice, it was so cool. So I just like, I'm trying not to like have my head like fully in the big mirror in the window, but I'm like, I want to look, I want to see. I ended up looking out the other guy's window, across from me. This is QT. I'm using QT from this palette. But I'm just like reading, but like that ended up being my longest flight, at about an hour or about 2 hours in the sky. At some point I stopped reading and I just like would take video, and my camera times out after a while, and we'll just go back to my home screen. But it was like my home screen but like expanded so you could read what my home screen said. My background on my home screen says the quote from New Girl, which is it's my Visco. Oh, that one's not my Visco. I gotta move some of the shit. Is it? No, that's blurry. A white man? No! A white man? No. So I'm like sitting like with my face to the window. It's just like a white man, no, facing off on this poor man. I felt bad, but like not that bad. I don't remember if it was my boo or my love. I know that it's not love anymore. gotta go stare at my own face for a second. I remember what kind of wing it was. Oh, is that just the tiniest wing God ever created? I believe it is, and it's brown. Mama's feeling ingenuity. So, I get off that flight. American makes you check your roll-on luggage, even if it's not like check, but they call it valet. It's check. It's check baggage for people who didn't want to pay the $30, which I did not. I looked amazing on my second to last day, last full day. Looked amazing. That's mama. My mother has hidden all my boxes from my dumb little feet. So, I get off that flight and immediately have to run because even though we got down on the ground pretty quickly, we taxied for 30 minutes. And I had a connecting flight to catch where I was supposed to check in like 30 minutes beforehand to be like, hey, I'm here. Can I please? Would you please have a seat on your flight, Mr. American Airlines? Okay, so, second flight, second eye. I'm like running and I'm like trying to be respectful of everyone, but I also have to pee because I got up and had coffee that morning. Oh no, what you doing? Where you going, friend? Return back to Earth. Return back to Mother Earth. There's like these people, and if you don't know, which you should, I talk about it all the time. It's part of my personality. Is I'm like a Baltimorean transplant. I spend every summer up there. And although I never chose to adopt the accent, I find it to be aggressively comforting and soothing to a point. The word garbage and blue never be the same again. Oh my god. I get on this flight and I'm very lucky that I am seated next to a young lady this time of color, thank god. She's fully minding her business. Headphones on, phone plugged in, and I'm like, awesome, good, great. Love that for both of us. We did not pay $100 each way to make friends. Given there was this old lady next in the other aisle, because I prefer to be on the right side of the plane. It feels better for me. So lady on the left talking up a storm. It's like a whole plane full of military guys and gals. My favorite. So she's just chatting him up and I'm losing my mind, begging this woman telepathically to shut up. Flight takes off. She shuts up. Guy behind her is having a whole ass conversation. Wheels up, by the way. Whole ass conversation with like someone who wants to borrow money from him, but he needs them to give them the money, and if they need the money, he needs it more. I know all this information about this man's conversation to the point, and it's so loud, like to the point that the pilot is like, hey guys, yeah, we've reached our cruising altitude of I should not be able to hear your conversations, and if you're on the phone, you shouldn't be. I was just like, Jesus Christ. But the man had a Baltimorean accent, just very blues and doop-up, blah. Which, you know, DCA, only a hop, skip, and a jump away from Baltimore. It is only about, I believe, an hour and a half train ride. So we're only in the sky for like we were only at a cruising altitude for about 20 minutes. And so, of course, I'm already texting my besties. I'm already texting the partner. Like, everyone has to know every waking thought that comes through my brain while I'm in the sky. Flying doesn't make no goddamn sense to me. It didn't make sense before. Now that I've been on a plane and I've watched how half of the plane works, nope, doesn't make any sense, and I'm okay with that. Other people in my life have to be okay with that too. So I don't remember what the last thing I filmed was before I left. I think it was something else, I don't know. But I was so excited because I bought a new sponge and I couldn't wait to come back from my trip so I could use it. Spoiler alert, the cat took my sponge, so I'm back to my old sponges. Cappy, my sweet stepdaughter, can have whatever she wants. She's tiny and looks like her husband went away to war and never came back, and I relate to that. So I'm in I'm in Norfolk, and I'm calling my partner, fully not answering. I know why now, but like, fully not answering. I'm just like, well, I guess I don't know how to get out of here. It's not like home. I guess we'll just follow these signs. Follow the signs. And I'm still talking to my friends because, again, thoughts must exit brain to you. So I'm just like, well, sure hope I don't have to take a taxi. That would be a really shitty way to start a 10 days. And there he is! I come around the corner and there it is. It's very, very magical, very nice, very sweet. Wear your masks. Wear your masks so I can do this again in the spring. It was so much fun. Like, tripping, just going places. And like, it does help that I went somewhere that is in fact just like a tourist town all the time. If I had gone to like a Scoop Up Island and like it's just the Scoopopian residents, it would have been so much more boring. But I was going to Virginia Beach, a beach that I already don't particularly care for, because I live in Jacksonville and we have good beaches here. But because of that, I was like, you gotta impress me. It didn't impress me anymore, but I sure did have a lot of fun. I did a lot of shopping, did a lot of people watching, hung out with my partner and his brother a little bit. I went to my first drag show. Got just an inch away from blackout drunk. Like baby, the drink, I have to, because I will put her Cash App up. I will harangue Charles for that. I got to, you know, sing the songs, dancing, because we were doing cashless tipping for the girls. It's as we get further and further away from the night, the less I remember. I remember the important parts, but the less of like the minutia. Whatever song she was singing, I knew all the words. And she looks at me. That's all I've ever wanted. That's all I've ever wanted. Life complete. Background. I've been like the entire night been like trying to get my partner's attention, and I would just be like, hey, come here, and like this motion, because I'm like gently like grip his chin. I learned that I was in fact choking him, just being like, hey, come here. But golly, he was a good sport about it. I love that man. He's great. Coked him over, like, I look at him, and he's already seen that she looked at me, and I go, tip her 15. On top of whatever you tipped her, tip her another 15. She was so good. I loved it. It was great. We went home after that, and it was great. I think that was day 4, and what I'm about to tell you now happened on day 3. Day 3, we go to Virginia Beach again. Don't love Virginia Beach. You couldn't even romp around the water, not because of the weather, how warm it was, but the beach is like this. Like, here's the waves, here's the beach, so you just have to like calm down and then like hope you don't get absolutely destroyed by the goddamn waves. Like, holy cannoli. So we didn't spend a lot of time in the water, but we did talk, and it was super fun. Outfit check. He's wearing I think he was still wearing the t-shirt. He was wearing a t-shirt that was sandy. He was wearing a undershirt that was gray and shorts. I am wearing bike shorts over my bathing suit and a big t-shirt that I had been wearing open. We look up some restaurants that are on there. We're picking between 2. We go with Loggerhead. We go down to Loggerhead. What is this? I have no clue what this is, but it is very gross. We park somewhere. We're like, cool, 2-hour parking, it will be fine. We're so dumb. We park the car. We head down to Loggerhead. It's on the beachfront. We are, I believe. I wish I remembered what blush I was wearing that night. Because I think I wanted to keep it like pinky romantic. No, I remember. Because I had to take my blush off because I looked crazy. We go to Loggerheads, and it's like kind of fancy, but it's also like Bar Cabana. We get to the maitre d'. She's like, it's gonna be an hour wait. Honestly, this is the trip I learned that I should just wait the hour waits. Like, that's what I learned this trip. Was, girl, just wait. So I'm like, I don't want to wait, and he's like, that's fine, because I want to get home before it got too late. And he's like, that's fine, cool, we'll go find another restaurant. A fucking shit if I've ever seen one. The guy who's standing next to the maitre d' goes, oh, what are you in the mood for? And we're like, kind of seafood. My partner has a medical thing going on right now, so it's like he can eat most anything because he doesn't learn his goddamn lesson, but he isn't supposed to be. So he eats. So the guy's like, I don't know what you can eat, bro, but you can but like, here, go to Catch 31. We go to Catch 31. We walk down the beach. It's a little ways down. I got to see, I have a photo of it. I got to see the... They didn't find that he had sexually
they found reason to believe he didn't go before a court of anybody.
The statue of Poseidon fucking a turtle. I got to be close to that. Super fun. Okay. All right, Dad. Sorry for the yell, that was a lot. So they're like, hey, it's gonna be like 45 minutes. I'm like, whatever, I want to eat. So we're good. He goes, yeah, table for two, reservation, text me when it's ready. Cool. Not cool. So we end up sitting outside, people watching, makes it go quicker, but it's still like an hour. We're sitting there waiting, and we finally get in there, and we realize this is a fancy restaurant. We are underdressed. Everyone else is wearing beach stuff, but you know how you just like get a feel that a place is high above your means? You get in there, he's wearing literally a fishing hat, and my hair is in a ponytail. Like, we are not at our peak dressiness. This wasn't the face that went to a face that had been sitting in the sand and that had to be like reapplying sunscreen to a pasty Caucasian is what walked into Catch 31. I ordered one of the cheapest things on the menu, and it was still $32. I had a highball whiskey, which I don't like. It was so expensive. Everything was expensive. I should have just waited to go to Loggerhead, but I didn't. And just like, this one will do. This one will do. So, we spent between two people, where one person literally ate a fancy appetizer, and the other one had a macaroni and cheese variant. Still spent $115 plus tip. And of course, tip well. These servers deserve it. It's in the middle of COVID. I saw a woman's whole hoochie, because she was wearing beach pants and bent over next to me, so, you know, high points where you can find them. I can't wait to tell more stories from my trip. It wasn't like, you know, it was a magical trip for me, because you can find magic everywhere, but it wasn't like crazy, which is why I can tell stories. I had a lovely time. If you enjoyed my story, you can leave a comment below. Tell me the most you've spent on a fancy restaurant next to the beach. Where's the place you want to travel? Like, tell me these things. I want to know. I've missed you guys. As of right now, not filming for like 2 weeks. I truly missed you guys. If you want to connect to me on social media and see my trips when they happen in real time, you can follow me at Megan_blush_ on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok, as well as you can follow me on Pinterest at 2Megan4Blush, where I'm doing something kind of petty that will become immediately apparent if you follow me and see what my activity is. Alright guys, I've missed you guys. Bye guys, I'll see you next time. Bye.